And once again, if you are just now tuning in, this is Trinity University versus Oklahoma University. The set is currently tied up 2-2. We are heading into the ace match. OpiumDen versus Bogie, Zerg versus Zerg, MLG dual site. No idea what's going to happen, but I can sure as hell tell you the watchtowers look so damn cool. A blue and red gateway. I don't know why, but it just tickles my fancy.
It really does, you know. I don't know why they decided on this one map to change it up, but... and here we go. This is where we start with Bogie off in the right side, the green Zerg from TU, and OpiumDen, the red Zerg, off on the left, playing for the Sooners. So,
okay.
Yeah, one other thing I want to mention about this map is there's this fire right outside of Bogie's base that you can actually just walk straight through, and it always amazes me how your units can just walk through lava.
It's more of a crag. Maybe it's like a deep nested fissure.
It's like hot steam coming up, and the units seem to be unscathed by it. So
just a nice steam bath. That's all.
That's right.
But I will just be so interested to see, and I am just looking at the production tab here. Bogie stopping production on 10. I think we might be seeing a 10 pool. There we go.
10 pool. All right, interesting strategy. I don't know if he tried it out earlier in his Zerg vs. Zerg and it worked well, but we'll see what happens here.
Well, we're about to see some action here, and OpiumDen not sending out the drone scout, waiting for that Overlord to get there. If he does not send a drone scout to go before that Overlord, he is going to be very, very shocked and surprised to see these lings coming at him so early. Especially if he goes and opts for that early 14-14 early hatch and spawning pool that Zerg have been favoring thus far.
Yep, there's the 14 gas, and it looks like we're going to be seeing him save up for a pool. So he's going to go for a standard 14-14 expand, and this could come as quite a shock when these Zerglings hit.
Yeah, you know, I just never know. These kind of games just come right down to the wire on micro here, and Bogie just trying to go for the throat with the fast lings. Here you go, the first batch, 3 batches of lings on the way, 6 lings still waiting on that Overlord to mosey on over to the base there. He is not going to know what's going to happen until those lings are on his way to his doorstep.
Yep, and it looks like they'll be on their way even before that spawning pool finishes for OpiumDen.
This is all going to come down to the wire here. Fortunately, Opium has the map distance on his side here. A relatively long rush distance. He's
going to see those Zerglings right about now as they run right underneath the Overlord. See how he responds here. Throws down the Queen, speed, and 4 Zerglings.
Not changing anything about his strategy. Very curious to see why we did not see spine crawlers come down here from him. Maybe he's just counting on the fact that the home base advantage of production and workers will keep him safe, and he may be right on the money on that. His lings are about to pop. Here comes Bogie's. Now, will Bogie go straight for the workers?
Bogie's just going to go straight for the workers here and do what he can. Able to get one and working on the other ones. He's surrounded by the workers right now and takes out some Zerglings.
You know, I did not see... I don't think OpiumDen saw this coming at him on the minimap.
He might have missed it.
Canceled here. Yeah, I'm just watching the overall play here. The larva got canceled. The spine's just now going down. Repelled it nicely though. I don't think he really got much. 3 workers, not really that big of a deal, depending on how far back a 10 pool truly does set you.
Well, it's quite interesting, you know. The workers are definitely a visible sign of damage, but another little sign of damage is you see that OpiumDen had to make so many Zerglings, throwing down a spine crawler. So he's had to sacrifice a lot of drones. That's the problem there with Zerg, is they either drone or they make units.
Yep.
So if you can force them to make all these army units, you can take an economic advantage even without killing drones.
I mean, we're seeing Bogie actually up on drones, as you said. The only difference really being here is that Opium has speed, and I think you've got the first batch of roaches going to be coming out shortly here for Bogie, transitioning right into that tech instead of even just skipping completely over Zergling speed.
Yep, decided to go straight for the roaches, has 5 on the way, and it looks like we're going to see a solid 1 base play from him, and still just speedlings coming out of OpiumDen, looking to get enough onto the field to hold off, and there comes the expo for him, but still, if we look at the workers count, crap. I'm trying to remember what the hotkey for that is.
That's you, my friend. 14 workers to 20.
Yeah, 14 to 20.
And I'm not sure about the expo here. I don't know if he spotted that Roach Warren, but you know, he spotted the Roach Warren. He's got to have the feeling that something's coming his way here.
He should have spotted it. I mean, maybe he wasn't paying attention, but I mean, he should have been microing up there. He definitely had to have seen it.
Oh, I can see it on his minimap right now.
Yeah.
Even if he scrolls over, you'll still see it through the fog of war.
Oh yeah.
But Bogie doesn't look like he's going to try to attack here. Surprisingly, I would agree with this move. The speedlings are just so fast, and the distance on this map is so long. Without roach speed, you are putting yourself at a real risk trying to move out.
But Bogie knows he has the economic advantage right now. He knows he has the army advantage right now. And actually, I'm corrected. Bogie is behind one worker right now.
Yeah, trying to invest in those roaches, like you said, a valid point. I just always forget, being the good old cheap Terran player I am, every larva spent on army is a larva lost on drones. So you gotta be very careful at your larva maintenance.
So let's go back and see Camp OpiumDen moving out a spine crawler, throwing down a second spine just in case he sees a roach push come in, and throwing down a roach warren of his own now.
A good call here. Right now, I would say the advantage as far as army size is definitely going to go to Bogie. He's got 8 roaches on the field, only against the 13 lings. But even if he had decided to push out, those spine crawlers were going to definitely save the day paired with the queens.
Yep. And working on just now getting his layer up and running, so let's see if he goes for some speed. Has both gases going. Really interested to see what the transition here is.
Definitely thinking we're going to see some speed come out very soon here. Just too big of a roach army to suggest that he was only using them for defense.
Yeah, we're still on hatch tech down in Camp OpiumDen. Not even starting his layer yet, just now throwing down a second gas, so he's going to be well behind. As far as upgrades, and that speed is a crucial upgrade, especially in a roach versus roach battle.
Yeah, it really helps form the concave there. And a Spire coming down for Bogie.
Wow.
Not too often seen in ZVZ, often opting for the Infester roach play. But at this point in time, OpiumDen is so far behind on lair tech, he can definitely get the mute count skyrocketed.
Yeah, OpiumDen just now throwing down that layer, so plenty of time here for Bogie. Doing a nice creep spread. He's going to see anything coming his way. And trying to grab an Overlord here with a Queen. So, I just don't know, man. I'm not sure about the Spire. I'm not a big fan of the mutas in the Zerg vs. Zerg matchup, but who knows? Maybe he's going Broadlords.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, I wish he would seen that Zergling.
Oh, and there's a Zergling.
There we go.
And
okay.
able to keep it from getting in and seeing that Spire.
Whew, man, dodged a bullet on that one. He snuck right in there with the roaches. He's just kind of hanging out, running under the feet there. But, I understand what you're saying with the Broodlords, but I'm definitely thinking we're going to see Muta play.
There's the +1 attack, so I'm definitely seeing Muta. Yep, 5 Mutas on the way. And if we go down, we see just the 2 Queens for OpiumDen, but he did throw down 2 Evo Chambers. Looks like he's probably just going to go for some Roach upgrades. He's getting the speed.
Yep.
And I would not be surprised to see +1. Yep, there it is, Missile and Carapace.
And I do not think this is gonna be a very, very lost my train of thought there. If he does not scout these Mutalisks very soon and throw down some spores or get more queens on the field here, he is spelling doom. Yep, here comes the cavalry, the Mutalisks moving in.
That Overseer that he just morphed in a little bit late and not able to scout that Spire fast enough.
And looking at the production tab, no emergency spore crawlers coming down, taking off that first queen, not losing a single Mutalisk. The other queen trying to reinforce, but did not get there fast enough for transfuse.
There comes
spores,
the spore
just
crawler.
going down.
And looks like he's going to go ahead and take out that second queen. And that is all the air defense down there now, and able to just wipe out those drones at the natural. And the drones running away from the spore crawlers now.
There goes the spore crawlers. They're popping up. Did he throw down any in his main? Yes, he did.
Yes,
he's going to be well defended now. Hydralisk then going down. I haven't seen that too often, but brutally effective, especially if your opponent goes Mutalisk here.
Yep. Hydralisk's one of the best anti-air units in the game, especially when you get that range upgrade. But even with those spores coming down, and now able to get a little bit of an Overlord harass here, not quite enough to say. Oh, yep, does manage to get the supply block off. And I would really like to see him hit those Evo Chambers before they finish their research. Could cost OpiumDen quite a bit of money there.
Hey, but it would, I agree with you, but I'm going to have to go with the Hydralisk Pin focus at this point in time. Now he's got no air defense, relying on the spores and the queens that he's just now producing. And finally, like you said, moving to the Evos. Oh, if only
he's
it
going to pull
hit
out,
on it.
and that +1 is definitely going to finish.
Yep, he saw, he sees the counterattack coming, maybe just wants to make sure. He's definitely got the Ling and the Roach count. Now, yeah, he's going to polish this off real nicely. And the third coming down for Bogie.
Workers killed up to 17 for Bogie and 43 units killed. Definitely has the lead right now. And it'll be interesting to see how he continues to progress. And he's going to push all the way into the base with those Zerglings. It looks like they're just going to be a little bit... Oh, they're going to pull back and run on into the main, try and scout what they can, and see if they can't snipe that Queen.
Oh, yet again. And
yet again.
The pendants that Zerg has on those Queens, and
then now those Mutas are able to come right in, and looks like he's going to lose a few on that Spore Crawler up top. But now rejoins and able to take it out, and this is not looking good. That Hydrogen just now coming up again for OpiumDen.
Unburrowing the Spore Crawler there, not even getting a few Mutalisks. I think we're going to quickly see a GG out of OU here. Just the brutal harassment early on with that 10 pull paired off with the Roach transition straight into Mutas. Just not commonly seen.
Opium hanging in there. He's still got 22 drones and throwing down a third. So trying to hang on. And also it looks like an infestation pit going up. An infestor. Oh, there's the GG.